Overwhelm happens when you're facing both high demand and high uncertainty. So to reduce overwhelm, we want to decrease demand, decrease uncertainty, or both. That's it, these two factors. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do both. Whether it's deciding what to prioritize, how to delegate tasks, or creating a system that allows you to get your arms around these factors, we're going to get into it right now because you need to manage your workload and finally take control. And even the most seasoned professionals fall into this trap because we get busy in the day-to-day. So let's fix it. Here's how I step back and reset when I'm feeling overwhelmed. Let's start with our two levers, decreasing demand and increasing certainty. To decrease demand, there's three levers that we can pull. Number one, we can delegate. Number two, we can say no. I know, it's hard. It feels hard, but we can do it. And third, this one is also very uncomfortable, but we can renegotiate timelines. But what about the certainty side? Certainty comes from clarity and predictability. In order to create clarity and predictability, there are two levers that we need to pull. The first lever is priority. And the second lever is something I like to call chunking down. And this is taking a large piece of work and breaking it into smaller pieces that are manageable, that can be delegated, that you can say, hey, we can skip this step, or to renegotiate a deadline on a particular piece. So these two can play hand in hand, or they can work separately. So how do we do this in a very practical, hands-on way? We are going to leverage the good old-fashioned brain dump. Dump everything that's swimming around in your brain on paper. Science says when you write it, it works better. So write down all the things swirling around in your brain. We are going to now employ something called the Eisenhower matrix. Forget what it's called, don't worry about that. But the principles of it and this simple little chart is going to help you massively, I promise. If you've done your brain dump, you've now got a paper full. I'm going to keep going on this, but keep in mind when it's in your head only, nothing changes. Now, you have an entire list of things. The first thing that I want you to do, and next to each item, is to list whether or not it's important or it's urgent. So you're going to have either an I or a U next to each one. So if it is important, this means that it will materially impact something in the future if you don't do it or if it doesn't get done. Forget about you doing it. Just say if it doesn't get done. Urgent means, hey, if something doesn't get done right away, there's a consequence. In your list, you're going to have 4 different possibilities. Things that are only important, things that are only urgent, few items that are going to be both urgent and important, and then you're going to have some item and it's not going to have anything next to it. This is my very favorite part. The first bit down the side here is important, and across the top is urgent. So over here is not important and over here is not urgent. Now you're going to take each of those items and you're going to look at the category that they fall into. So if something is both urgent and important, you're going to do it. Put it in your calendar today. Now, if it's important but not urgent, this one you're also going to do it, but you have more time because it's not urgent even though it's important, and so you're going to schedule it. And the value of scheduling it is so that it doesn't become urgent and important. Put it in your calendar, but not for today. Plan it out based on when you need to deliver it. If you have something that you need to deliver by the end of this week and something else you need to deliver by the end of next week, then you'll be able to work backwards and figure out how many chunks of time you need for it and when you need to, based on when things are due and whether or not there's a review process or anything like that involved. Now, this is so magical. It's so magical. This is the best part. And let me just draw a little line here because your work is done. Your work is everything that is above this line. Anything below this line, if it is not important but it is urgent, you are going to delegate. Everything that you have listed on your list that has a U next to it, but only a U next to it, you're going to delegate it. Find someone else who can do it. It doesn't have to be you. And the last one is delete. You've already said that it is not important. You've also said that it's not urgent, so take it off your list entirely. I find that a great deal of people actually work on things that are urgent but not important. They work on it themselves instead of delegating it, and then they work on things that they don't need to work on at all. We as humans default to these things because these are often activities that allow us to feel like we're doing stuff, aka busy, and therefore that's why we can't get to these. And so we delay on doing the really important things because we've been working on things that should have been delegated or should have been deleted. And we put up all kinds of excuses for why we're the only one that can do it or why we really need to do it. But I had you make your list and mark things as urgent and important before I showed you this chart. So now that you've seen this chart, you know in your heart of hearts that if it's not urgent and not important, you should cross it off your list. And literally, whatever your list looks like, however many items you've got on it, that one that doesn't have anything next to it, just draw a line through it. It is done. And enjoy the weight off. And that is how you gain clarity about what you're working on, what you can delegate, especially if you are a leader and you've been told that you're not great at delegating, or you know that you want to get better at delegating. Bonus points for you. Secret sauce right here. Delegate all of this, get rid of this. Don't make anybody do this. Don't delegate this stuff just because you're not doing it. And you stay focused on the things that only you can do or the things that need your oversight and visibility on. That is how you decrease demand, get rid of half, and increase certainty, because now you know exactly what to work on and you know what is most important. Very, very simple. Very powerful. Once you've done this once, you can think through the process in your head as long as you have your brain dump and you do your little U's and I's on the side, you don't actually have to draw out the chart. You might have to do it the first few times until you get really comfortable with it. But if you just start your day and you do a brain dump, or you start your week and you do a brain dump, it's what I call planning, you can get to very, very quick clarity and a high level of certainty with just these few things. Now go out there and get it done.